Today, today's date is December 2nd, Tuesday. Calling the meeting to order. Okay, for Pledge of Allegiance, Commissioner Henderson will lead us. So stand and place your right hand across your heart.
Ready, begin? I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Okay. May we? Ooh. Thank you. May you have the roll call, please?
Commissioner Sherman,
Here.
Commissioner Henderson,
Present.
Vice Chair Khan,
Present.
Chair Reicher,
Here.
and Commissioner Langley is in an excused absence.
Okay, now we go to item number 4, the approval of minutes. We will now move on to the approval of minutes for October 7th, 2025. Is there a motion? Oh, Commissioner Henderson?
Motion to adopt minutes on October 7th, 2025.
Is there a second? Commissioner Khan?
I second.
Okay. Can we start the vote? Okay. We're finished? Everyone's finished? Yes. Okay.
I'll go ahead and end the voting. And motion passes 4-0 with Chair Reicher, Commissioner Sherman, Commissioner Khan, and Commissioner Henderson voting to approve.
Okay. Thank you. Number 5, oral communications. This is the time where the public,
We're on 4B.
oh, excuse me. 2 motions, that's right. We have 4B. Thank you. We have a motion, the approval of minutes for October 21st, 2025. Commissioner Khan?
I made a motion to approve a minute for October 21st, 2025 meeting.
I second. Ready to vote?
I'll go ahead and end the voting. Motion passes all 4, motion passes, Commissioner Henderson abstained. With Chair Reicher, Commissioner Sherman, and Commissioner Khan voting to approve.
Okay, now we go to number 5, oral communications. Staff, please read the oral communications instructions.
This is the time where the public may address the Planning Commission on items that are not on the agenda, but within the Planning Commission's jurisdiction. Comments should be limited to 3 minutes. At the moment, we don't have any members in the public present tonight.
Okay, so no one. Okay, we go to number 6, public hearings. We will now move on to the public hearing items. Item 6A, environmental assessment number 15-25 and conditional use permit number 6-25 to allow the operation of a warehouse within an existing 10,388 square foot industrial building located in the industrial M1 zone at 1219 West 135th Street. Who will present the staff report?
Planning Assistant Diana Nava will be presenting the staff report.
Good evening, Chair and members of the Planning Commission. Tonight, I will be presenting conditional use permit number 6-25 and environmental assessment number 15-25. The applicant is requesting to approve CUP number 6-25 and environmental assessment number 15-25 to operate a warehouse within an existing industrial building measuring 10,388 square feet located in the industrial zone M1 per our Gardena Municipal Code. I think I got the wrong. I think it's the wrong. Okay, the project environmental consideration is exempt from CEQA pursuant to the guidelines of Section 15301, Class 1, existing facilities, and 15300.2, not subject to the exceptions in CEQA. So the project site is located at 1219 West 135th Street, located in the Vinicity map. It's located in the northern side of the city of Gardena, as seen in the map. So the project site is Zone M1, as seen on the zoning map. And to the northeast and west, we have the same zoning designation. And to the south, we have C2, commercial. And to the north, we have a food manufacturing company. And to the east, we have a simple machine shop operating next door to that. Here we have provided an image of how the property looks currently now. This is the existing industrial building. So the applicant has provided a site plan that shows it is an existing industrial building that measures 0.38 total acreage, lot size. Currently now, the site provides 13 parking spaces. So the applicant is required to provide 7 parking spaces for the warehouse facility only. Based on our code, it is required 1 space per 1,000 square feet. For the office area, they are required to provide 5 parking spaces, and that's based on 1 space per 300 square feet. Also, they are required to provide 1 parking space for company vehicles, and so the applicant is required to provide 13 parking spaces for the warehouse. So the applicant provided the floor plan, and this is how the layout looks. To the east of the building, we have a loading and unloading area with roll-up doors where the commercial vans will come in, load and unload their luxury items. To the west, we have an area for the warehouse. And to the corner, we have an area for the storage. They'll be storing their items there. They all have 2 vaults. One is gonna be a prefabricated vault. And to the east, a working area where there's gonna be another vault. They will have a couple of offices shown on the floor plan. So the business will operate from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and they'll have around 5 to 10 employees. Also, the owner will hire a state licensed security, and they will monitor the facility from the hours of 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Also, the warehouse will store high-value assets, and some examples are fine arts, jewelry, and luxury goods. And also, the clients are permitted to visit the warehouse by appointments only. So some conditions that we added are that the owner is required to provide a CCTV surveillance system, which shall be installed and viewed and record all areas within the warehouse. Another condition that we added was the business owner shall provide the police department access to the CCTV system footage and information as deemed necessary for any investigations. For public noticing, public hearing notices were duly advertised in the Gardena Valley News and mailed to the owner and occupants within 300 feet of the project site on November 20th, 2025, and no public comments regarding the project have been received. So staff recommendation for tonight is to conduct the public hearing, receive testimony from the public, and adopt resolution number PC 1725, making the necessary findings to approving environmental assessment number 15-25 and CUP number 6-25, subject to the attached conditions of approval, and direct staff to file a notice of exception. And so tonight, the applicant has a small presentation, and after that, we can answer any questions after that. So this is the clicker next to you.
Okay. I'm really bad at these. Hi, I'm Elizabeth Alpolt. I'm representative for the applicant for Express. Basically, we just have some more images to show the vicinity and the site that you've already seen. The applicants can't make it tonight. They were here last week and couldn't do 2 trips, but I wanted to share a little bit about their operations, their business. They were founded in 1959 in Italy, and since then they've grown to 75 warehouses in 64 countries. They have over 2,000 employees globally, and 85% of those are on permanent contracts. So they have proven their operational success in this industry of storage and shipping of high-end goods. Here's just another image here. So as Diana mentioned, the warehouse will be used to store high-value assets, consisting mostly of jewelry and watches and some fine art. We also just want to mention that they do not use any large trucks to transport goods. So it's not your sort of typical warehouse where there's big trucks coming in and out, thereby reducing wear and tear on the streets, disruption to the neighborhood, and traffic in the area. This is the zoning we kind of went over. It's a M1 zoned building, and the project will be just adaptively reusing the existing structure. The project site was strategically selected by the applicant due to compatibility with existing operations that they have in Los Angeles, expanding to Gardena, and strategic proximity to major transportation corridors, including LAX, of course, and having this building that just works really well for them that they can adaptively reuse. And then just additionally to kind of their experience with this work, they're also a really responsibly operated company. They have an annual sustainability report that comes out every year. You can Google it and find it. And they share basically annually their goals for reducing environmental impacts with their work and the metrics that they've met. And they're using the UN 2030 guidelines as a sort of European and global company, and they're specifically committed to 9 of those 13 sustainability guidelines that are their 2030 guidelines. So the proposed facility will just reflect this high standard of service with an emphasis on safety, functionality, and visual appeal. The site will be professionally maintained while operated, adding the required landscaping per the code, and designed to be both secure and aesthetically compatible with the surrounding area. And then additionally, the project will generate local employment opportunities. And again, the company emphasizes permanent contracts for as many employees as possible. I have more, but I can answer questions if they come up. And I think the rest of this just kind of has things Diana went over, which is the site, and and the sort of nature of the block, as well as the plans. So thank you for your time. Thanks for having us. And Diana has been really responsive and knowledgeable, so we're just thankful to have her as our planner. So
Thank you. Does anyone have any questions? Commissioners? Yes. Commissioner Henderson.
So you mentioned that you're not going to use large vehicles. So now, what type of material handling apparatus will you use? Because I noticed on the floor plan, if there was going to be forklifts, I think there has to be some type of storage unit for the containers, for the propane containers. So I don't see that. So what type of, how are you going to handle the pieces of art and all the other?
yeah, that's a great question. So we're meeting all of the requirements in the municipal code for a warehouse, which include that there's loading and unloading areas, and that all of those activities shall take place in areas designed for that use. We are also widening the driveway to 45 feet because that's the requirement in the code, but really they'll be using like small armored cars, like medium-sized trucks, but no massive trucks that'll be going. And again, most of the products that'll be stored here are watches and jewelry. So just size-wise, we don't really need that like semi or anything like that.
Okay. I have a question. Since you say most of it's going to be watches and jewelry, is this going to be for resale or for someone for display, or do you have any of those? What type of items? What will they be used for?
Yeah, so I've kind of learned that this is an industry. I didn't know much about it, but mainly they store these goods for people. So if you own jewelry or watches, sometimes people will come into California for a fashion show, or maybe there's an auction or something like that. So they'll store those goods safely there. So it's for both personal or commercial storage of those, but not for display. And again, if someone wanted to view their products or see them or check in on them, that can be arranged by appointment, but it's pretty infrequent from what we've been told from the applicants.
Another question. You're going to be having cameras.
Yes.
Are you going to be having personnel there as well?
Yes, so there'll be security there from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m., which are the hours of operation are 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And then there'll be CCTV and alarms 24 hours.
Okay. Thank you. Anyone else have any questions? Commissioner Henderson.
These will be armed guards, correct? Will they be armed?
I do not know if they're armed. I can find that out. I don't have that detail.
I have another question. What is, without going through, what type of value? Because we're talking about items now. We're not talking about something that's going to be, let's say, in the $1 million, $500,000 range. That's like one of a kind, or what?
From what I understand, it's a new world to me.
Right.
It's not really what I'm wearing, but from what I understand, I think there's a range, but people certainly pay to have their jewelry or their watches stored here. So I do think they're pretty high value items, like monetarily.
Okay, thank you. Any more questions? Commissioner Sherman.
Excuse me. 5 employees, it says.
Yes.
So what would they be doing other than loading or unloading trucks or whatever? In other words, it doesn't make having that many employees didn't make a lot of sense to me, so thank you.
Yeah, so the company has currently an office in Los Angeles, in downtown Los Angeles, in kind of the jewelry district. And then this will be sort of an offshoot of that, and with more storage space and secure storage space with the vault. I think we just gave a range because the code asks for that, and they're doing their analysis and for providing parking. But there'll be a guard at all hours. I imagine there'll be someone in the office.
Yes, I noticed there were a lot of office spaces and lots of office spaces anyway, in addition to the warehouse. So anyway, thank you.
Yeah. I think we wanted to round up just on the off chance for making sure we have proper capacity shown.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Do we have any more questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Do we have any closed? All right, this is closed. Now, do we have any motions? No, it's closed. We closed it to the public. So, everybody's fine. Okay.
Chair.
Commissioner Henderson.
I just wanted to note for the record that no public comments were received for item 6A.
Okay. Is there a motion?
Based on the documented evidence of the oral testimony received during this, I would like to make a motion to adopt resolution of this project and recommend it by staff.
Commissioner Khan.
I second.
Shall we start a vote? Okay, and vote.
Okay, motion passes. All four commissioners that are present voted to adopt the resolution as recommended by staff.
Okay.
This decision is final unless a written request for an appeal is filed with appropriate fee to the city clerk within 10 calendar days from the date of adoption, or the city council calls this matter for review within the same 10-day period.
Okay. Commissioner Khan, did you? Oh, your light's on. Your second. Right. But I mean, your light's still on. I thought you. Okay. Thank you. Okay, we have a motion and a second. We have a motion by Commissioner Henderson and a second by Commissioner Khan, and it passed.
Chair, the votes have been taken and read. We're on to item 6.
Okay, 6B. Now, 6B, from my understanding, has been withdrawn by the applicant. But I need to read it anyway. 6B, which is the conditional use permit number 5-25 to legalize the operation of a group care facility use at the site of the former Gardena Terrace Inn Motel located in the general commercial C3 zone at 15902 Southwestern Avenue. the CUP was withdrawn by the applicant. Therefore, this item will not be heard by the Planning and Environmental Quality Commission.
Thank you, Chair. Also, for the record, we did receive a public comment for this item through email, and a copy of that public comment was provided and distributed to the planning commissioners and has been made available to the public. That is just for the record. This project has been withdrawn, so there will be no hearing at this time.
Okay, thank you. Number 8, item Community Development Director's Report. May we have the Director's Report? But he's not here. Is anyone going to be
I will be
doing that?
delivering
Okay, thank you.
the report. Okay, just a couple of city events that are going to be going on. We have the Holiday Boutique, which is going to happen on this Saturday, December 6th, from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. at the Nakaoka Community Center. And then we have on the same day at the Winter Wonderland events from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. And then on December 13th, that's a Saturday, from 8:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m., we have Breakfast with Santa. And then we also have the Santa Jingle Jam Holiday Tour, which is from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Thursday, December 11th, Tuesday, December 16th, and Thursday, December 18th. And then on to January, on January 17th, 2026, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., we're going to be having the 43rd Annual Martin Luther King Jr. Commemorative Parade and Celebration. Also, it's that time of year again. We are going to be if the Planning Commission is interested in registering for the 2026 Planning Commissioners Academy, which will take place on March 11 to the 13th, 2026, at the Sheridan Park Hotel in Anaheim, California. Please let me know. I'll go ahead and send the Planning Commissioners an email as well. And these conferences fill up quickly, so please let me know as soon as possible if you are able to attend.
What's the dates again?
I'm sorry?
The dates again?
March 11th through the 13th. Again, I will be sending a follow-up email this week.
Okay,
And that concludes the director's report.
thank you. All right, number 9, Planning and Environmental Quality Commissioners' reports. Do any of the commissioners have any items to report? Senator Khan?
I have no report.
Commissioner Henderson.
No report, excuse me, no report, but I would like to say that the marquee sign that is operational in Raleigh Park looks really nice. The informational sign on our huge building on, Crenshaw and El Segundo is very imposing, but it's nice. So now my question was to the city, is our main corridor down Artesia, is there plans to put one there? Do you know?
At this time, I'm not aware of any plans.
And I have no report.
No report. Okay. Commissioner Langley? I mean, Commissioner Sherman. I was looking at Stephen's name there.
Yes, no report.
Okay. The only report I will make is that I mentioned at the last meeting that the plaques at Johnson Park were not there. And they were saying it could be that they were cleaning them. As I went through the park today, the plaques were still missing. So I'm wondering, did someone take them or if they're being cleaned? If someone can check into that to see, because people in the community have been asking about that, about that myself when I walk my dog with me. And I have no report. Okay, number 10, adjournment. The Planning and Environmental Quality Commission will adjourn to the next meeting at 7 p.m. on Tuesday, December 16, 2025.